Get the video. Get the video on this. Tracy Morgan. Oh, Tracy. What? Trey, what did I just say?
Wait. What did you say?
Nah. Bro, disrespect.
What did you just say?
Tracy, my boy out here.
Hold on. Put your camera down. What did you say?
Let the gentleman right here roll the shirt.
Who's Tracy Morgan?
Not Tracy Morgan.
Who's Tracy Morgan?
Tracy Conroy?
What does that mean?
I don't know. My boy said Tracy.
Close the round, nigga.
I'm not talking to you, homie. I don't need you to tell me.
Whatever.
I'm trying to understand. I'm asking you a question. I ain't calling you out. What's the problem? You got a problem getting asked a question? And I don't understand. I don't know what that means neither. That's why I'm asking you what it means. That's the only way I get to understand by asking questions. So I was taking a picture to show you love because you were trying to be funny. So what you mean Tracy, my boy? What that mean?
Everyone say Tracy, so I'm saying Tracy.
I ain't hear nobody say Tracy. You the only one who said it.
Tracy.
Don't play stupid either with your man if you talk about Tracy. Well, that I don't know what y'all doing.
We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. We are the world. We are the children. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives.
The 22nd Annual American Music Awards brought
Charlie Kirk is this generation's Martin Luther King. No, he's not. That's a reach. You know, they both got murdered in a terrible fashion. They both got shot in the neck, but that's about where those similarities end. Because Charlie Kirk is a motherfucking internet personality. No, by design. Fundamentally, he can't function like Dr. King. Internet niggas are negative because they have to be. Because nobody will engage them unless they say shit that makes them upset. That's Charlie Kirk. Could you imagine Dr. Here's my thing about Puffy. Years ago, I got attacked on stage.
For hip-hop history.
People forget Puff was the guy that tackled my attacker. He saved my life. It's a hard nigga to be mad at after that. I had security that night, but you know what I mean? They just wasn't ready. Them had some slippery shoes on or something. They ran out. All them slipped and fell. And Puffy got my attacker and tackled him. And then years later, when I heard about that baby oil, I was like, what did those niggas slip on? Here's my thing about Puffy. Years ago, I got attacked on stage.
For hip-hop history.
People forget Puff was the guy that tackled my attacker. Here's my thing about Puffy. Years ago, I got attacked on stage.
For hip-hop history.
I shouldn't even tell. I've been to Puffy's house. No, I didn't see, I didn't see none of the stuff they said in that trial. I walked to that nigga's living room, house was clean, traction on the floor, nothing slippery, walk right through. Perfectly normal evening. The only thing in hindsight, but at the time it didn't mean nothing to me. We was on this back patio, and we was drinking and laughing, talking, and then Puff started swirling his drink like this, and he goes, so Dave, he goes, what are you into? You know me, I was like, I don't know books, video games. I didn't know that was my big chance to Cassie.
No New Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate covered candy hearts to give away. No first of spring, no song to sing. In fact, here's just another ordinary day. No April rain, no flowers bloom. No wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is something true. Made up of these three words that I must say to you. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. No summer's high, no warm July. No harvest moon to light one tender August night. No autumn breeze, no falling leaves. Not even time for birds to fly to southern skies. No Libra sun, no Halloween. No giving thanks to all the Christmas joy you bring. But what it is, the world so new. To fill your heart like no three words could ever do. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
What it is you really do.
What it do, y'all? What it do, y'all? I'm your host with the motherfucking most. Chill motherfucking Murray. You are now tuned in live from the spot. Shout out to everybody tuned in, not tuned in. You know how we doing, how we rock. Are we live? We live? My mic sound right? My mic sound nice? Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 motherfucking 2. DJ Bear Gang, what's going on? Mafia Princess, what's going on? What it do? What it do? What we talking about? What we talking about? Well, you see the cover. You seen the cover. You see the cover. All right. Well, we get into a lot today. First of all, happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas Eve, I guess you could say, this week. Christmas is what, Thursday, I think? Wednesday or Thursday? So, happy holidays to everybody. I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas. I hope y'all all got the gifts that y'all wanted to get. All those that could not receive gifts, God bless them as well. We have the gift of life, so we have to be thankful for that as well. And I hope everybody, like I said, has a very, very good Christmas as well. Hope you all gonna be able to see your families, get some good grub as well. Christmas has always been like a second Thanksgiving, isn't it? It's almost like a second Thanksgiving, if you will, because you still get to sit down and eat with the family and whatnot. Just that you ain't got to stay at the table this one. The Cash App is Chill Murray 1, so MURRY and the number 1. So Chill, CHILL MURRY, the number 1. That's the Cash App. I have it on the left-hand bottom corner of the screen in just a second. And I would greatly, greatly appreciate it if you guys could donate to the podcast as well. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. I would thank you so much. I thank you so much for doing that as well. I greatly appreciate that. Any and everything helps. It all. I tell you guys every time I get on here, it all goes towards just me getting back and forth to work, just getting my black ass back and forth to work. That's all a brother is always struggling with. Like I said, I say that every week, but it's the truth. It's the absolute truth. I'm very transparent with you guys on the podcast. You know that. I am very transparent. I tell my truth. I tell my truth. I tell my story. So, all right. Like I said, making sure my mic is good. I think I'm good. I don't see it in the red, but I see it in the green. So I know it's good. All right. All right. We're gonna have a fun night. Before we get into the Epstein files, who can guess what was playing in the intro? Who here can guess what song and who that was singing in the intro? Yes, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Definitely. I'm hoping I get hoping I'm all right for the New Year's too. Hoping I'm all right for the New Year, so I could actually just have a little swig of something. You know what I'm saying? A little swig of something. But yeah, who could guess what song was playing at the beginning? Real quick, if you know who it is, I'll let y'all give it a second. You know what I'm saying, to think real quick. Did y'all like the intro? That's another thing, is I'm gonna start doing those type of intros now. I've been more and more, appealed to this brand of music. I'll say this genre of music. I've been more and more appealed, and it's more of the it's when it's revised. I like revised things. That's giving you a hint. Okay, if you haven't figured it out, I know it's not no people in here that probably give it the answer. Give us the answer. That was actually Stevie Wonder. I just called to say I love you. And I was taken back by the fact that was Stevie Wonder. I was like, wait, someone redid a Stevie Wonder song in trap soul? I said, oh, this is heat. And see, I'm all for these type of records, right? I'm all for these type of records as far as when you're taking it back and revising some shit or revising an image and things like that. I'm good with that AI. But I'm not good with the original AI and then becoming an artist behind it and what Timbaland's do. I'm not with that AI, or the Janaes. I'm not with that AI. But I like the AI revised, like the Michael Jackson joint I played y'all before with the Jamaican reggae sound to it. That was a vibe. I played Mobb Deep, Shook Ones. It was a 1950s jam band, 1950s version of "We Be the Murder Bros." I was like, yo, these AI covers is all right. I played a 50 Cent one. So tonight I want to do a trap soul battle, right? Of two legends, but I'm not gonna tell you who they are, so that you don't have a biased opinion of it, right? So I'm just going to play the songs, and you're going to type one in the chat. Or should I say, yeah, I want you guys to say who won what round. I'm going to play a song for each round. We're going to do 3 rounds. So it's going to be one song each from each artist. I'm going to play, so it's going to be 6 songs in total real quick, right? We're going to have some fun tonight. And then we're going to get into the Epstein files. But let's have some fun real quick. Have a little trap soul cover battle, okay? Now, first artist, like I said, I'm going to play records. What's going on, D? What's going on? I'm going to play records, right? And like I said, I want y'all to guess who it is, as well as I want y'all to say if they won this round or if they didn't win this round. You know what I mean? So I'm going to play this first record here. I think I have the order of which I was going to do things already, right? Okay, so yeah. Because I don't want to play a hit record and then you like, oh, I know who that is already. I'm going to play something that you don't recognize. But it's a popular artist. So you have to guess who it is by the lyrics.
I gave her money, I gave her time, I gave her everything inside one heart could find. I gave her passion, my very soul. I gave her promises and secrets so untold. And she promised me forever, in the day we live as one. We made our vows, we live a life anew. And she promised me in secret that she loved me for all time. It's a promise so untrue. Tell me what will I do? I can't take this stuff no more. I am the damn, I am the damn, I am the agony inside the dying head. This isn't justice for one to be. I pray this punishment would have mercy on me. And she promised me forever that we live our life as one. We made our vows, we live our love so true. It seems that she has left me for such reasons unexplained. I need to find the truth. But see, what will I do? And it doesn't seem to matter, and it doesn't seem right. Cause the will is run on fortune, still I cry alone at night. Don't you judge my composure, cause I'm bothered every day. And she didn't leave a letter, she just up and ran away. Who is it? It is a friend of mine. Who is it? Is it my brother? Who is it? Somebody hurt my soul now. I can't take it cause I'm lonely. Don't try to make me, don't try to do it. I can't quit it, I never was, we never was. It just won't stop, don't bother me, don't bother me. It is a friend to me, I'm bothered. Somebody hurt my soul now. I can't hurt me so I'm lonely. And it doesn't seem to matter, and it doesn't seem to matter. Cause I'm got no fortune, still gonna cry on the day. Don't you judge my composure, cause I'm lying to myself. And the reason why she left me is she finding someone else. And it doesn't seem to matter, and it doesn't seem to matter. Cause I will got no fortune, still I cry alone. Cause I'm lonely. And thought that she ain't probably that they did. Cause I'm lying, she done done it, don't you find it, so I'm lonely. And the reason why she left me is she finding someone.
So yeah, D got it right. D got it right. Now, you got to hear who he's going against. But I heard that shit earlier. I said, holy shit. Holy shit. AI is coming a long way. Okay? AI is coming a long way if it's able to re-manipulate a mic song like that. All right, so you're probably going to guess who he's going against. You're probably going to guess who he's going against. It's only one person he can.
If I gave you diamonds and pearls, would you be a happy boy or a girl? If I could, I would give you the world. But all I can do is just offer you my love. Which one of us is right? If we always fight, why can't we just let love decide? Am I the weaker man? Because I understand that love must be the master plan. If I gave you diamonds and pearls, would you be happy, boy or girl? If I could, I would give you the world. But all I can do is just offer you my love. D to the I to the A to the M, O to the N to the D to the pearls of love. D to the I to the A to the M, O to the N to the D to the pearls of love. There will come a time when love will blow your mind, and everything you look for you'll find. There will be the time that everything will shine so bright it makes you colorblind. If I gave you diamonds and pearls, would you be a happy boy or a girl? If I could, I would give you the world.
Okay, so y'all guess who that one was. Y'all guess who that one was, of course. All right. So, who won round one? Who won round one? Who got round one? Mike or Prince? Because we talking about the pen now. Who won first round? Mike or Prince? Let's see. We just doing a quick few rounds. We doing round 2 and then round 3, and that's it. We gonna get to Epstein. But who won round 1 in your opinion? So far, who y'all got? That Prince one was heat too. That Prince one was fire. That was like a modern day little R&B, almost like real Chris Brownish. That Mike one though. Oh, that Mike one though. that Mike Mike's penis. Mike was gifted. All right. I don't know who y'all got. All right, let's do this. So, I'll do another one. This one was fire. Hold on. Okay. Spin both of them one more time. All right, hold on. I'll play a snippet of each. Real quick. So this was Mike. This was Mike.
If I gave you diamonds and pearls, would you be a happy boy or a girl? If I could, I would give you the world.
Okay, so we got a Mike round one. We got Mike round one. I'm going with Mike. I'm going with Mike as well. Mike might win this one too. I ain't gonna lie. This one will make me do the battle.
You'll never make me stay, hey. So take your weight off of me. I know your every move, so won't you just let me be? I've been here times before, but I was too blind to see that you seduce every man. This time you won't seduce me. She's saying that's okay. Hey baby, do what you please. I have the stuff that you want, I am the thing that you need. She looked me deep in the eyes, she touching me so to start. She says there's no turning back, she trapped me in her heart. Dirty Diana, Dirty Diana, Dirty Diana, no, Dirty Diana, let me be. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. She likes the boys in the band, she knows when they come to town. Every musician's fan after the curtain comes down. She waits at backstage doors for those who have prestige, who promise fortune and fame, a life that's so carefree. She's saying that's okay. Hey baby, do what you dig, if you will, the picture of you and I engaged in a kiss. The sweat of your body covers me. Can you, my darling? Can you picture it? Dream if you can, a courtyard, an ocean of violets in bloom. Animals strike curious poses. They feel the heat between me and you. Standing alone in a world that's so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father too old. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Touch, if you will, my stomach. Feel how it trembles inside. You got the butterflies all tied up. Don't make me chase you, even does that pride. How can you just leave me standing alone in a world so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father too old. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. How can you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? World that's so, maybe I'm just...
Okay, so we got Prince that round. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, Mike might have lost that one. Mike lost that one. If we talking about pins, Mike lost that one. I agree with you on that. Dirty Diana, I fuck with. But that one you would hear on the radio today. That one Doves Cry. The original and that one. The original and that one. All right, last round, and then we get into Epstein. Last round, we get into Epstein.
I don't think they're ready for this one. I like that. My life will never be the same, 'cause girl, you came and changed the way I walk, the way I talk. I cannot explain the things I feel for you, but girl, you know it's true. So stay with me, fulfill my dreams. I'll be all you need. Oh, it feels so right, girl. I've searched for the perfect love all my life, all my life. Oh, it feels like I have finally found a perfect love this time. See, and I finally found. Such happiness to me. I try to keep my sanity. I've waited patiently, and girl, you know it seems my life is so complete. A love that's true because of you. Keep doing what you do. I think that I finally found a perfect love. I search for all my life. Search for all my life. Who I think I find such a perfect love that's awesomely so right. So I never meant to break your gentle silence. I never meant to fade away from you. I only wanted one last night of fire, one last night to see your soul shine through. Crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky. I only wanted to hold you under the crimson sky. I never wanted to be a fleeting shadow. I only hope to be where you belong. Baby, I can never cage your freedom, so I'll set you free inside this song. Crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky. I only wanted to touch your heart beneath the crimson sky. And darling, I know the world keeps rearranging in love. It burns, it fades, it grows, but we keep changing too. You said you wanted shelter, but you never learned to stay. Now the night is calling softly, and I can hear you fade away. Crimson sky, let it wash away the pain. I remember you through rain. I only wanted to love you in the crimson sky. To break your gentle silence, I never meant to fade away from you. I only wanted one last night of fire, one last night to see your soul shine through. Crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky. I only wanted to hold to be where you belong. Baby, I can never get your freedom, so I'll set you free inside this song. Crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky, crimson sky.
Crazy thing is with that, right? I think because of the copyright, he had to change it to Crimson Sky and couldn't say Purple Rain. Because that was supposed to be Purple Rain. But, anywho. Something to just set the Sunday vibes up, you know. Something to set the vibe up for the Sunday. All right. Let's get into it. Fuck it. 2 tears in the bucket. Fuck it. Let's take it to the stage. All right. So where we starting at? All right. So y'all know the big news. They have released the Epstein files, y'all. They have released the Epstein files.
Jeffrey Epstein in a bathtub, questionable objects, a lot of powerful figures, and redacted faces. We are breaking down every major photo in the latest materials release from the House Oversight Committee as they investigate the deceased financier and sex offender. And we are going to explain why each photo matters and what its context is in the larger overall story. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Now, we've been on top of the story from the very beginning. Anytime there's an update, we try to get it to you as quickly as possible. And if you're wondering how we do that, if you're in the content creation game, if you're putting things out on social media, if you're wondering how we're able to share so many clips so quickly, we use something called Opus Clip. This is an all-in-one AI editor that makes it so easy to cut, create, and upload videos across any platform. Through AI, Opus Clip generates B-roll, it reframes footage, and it even cleans up audio. It is so easy. You just visit opus.pro/sidebar. You sign up, you upload, and in minutes, you have perfectly edited clips ready to go. For TikTok, Shorts, Reels, Opus Clip is your one-stop shop. Having a tool like Opus Clip means that our producers can get you viral courtroom updates instantly. This is the most powerful tool there is to help you share ideas and edit like a pro. So go to opus.pro/sidebar to create your videos today. Okay, so you might have seen the news that Democrats from the House Oversight Committee released all of these photos regarding deceased sex offender and accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. Now, instead of just rushing out an episode on Friday when they were all released and say, oh, this is this, this is this, this is this, we said, let's take a minute, let's pause. Let's not only show all of these photos, but explain the context. Explain why they matter. What is it about? What does it mean? Why is it important? That is what we are going to do right now. Now, to be clear, these photos are not from the Department of Justice's release. You know how this is happening relatively soon. The DOJ has been ordered to release every Epstein file in their possession after Trump signed into law a bill requiring just that. We did an episode of Sidebar with CNN's Ellie Honig on what we can expect there. No, these photos that we're talking about today are from Epstein's estate that were released pursuant to a subpoena from the committee. In fact, to give you some context here, here is a press release from the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, the Democrats. Representative Robert Garcia, ranking member of the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, released the following statement after the Oversight Committee received new photos from the Epstein estate. This latest production contains over 95,000 photos, including images of the wealthy and powerful men who spent time with Jeffrey Epstein. Images also included thousands of photographs of women and Epstein properties. Oversight Democrats are reviewing the full set of photos and will continue to release photos to the public in the days and weeks ahead.
I was going to say, because they only got a few up there right now, but they done clean house on that shit, too. Like, the Trump administration already done removed a lot of that shit that was on there. So shit that I was looking at today was like leftovers until they add some more.
Now, this part's important. Committee Democrats are committed to protecting the identities of the survivors. Quote, it is time to end this White House cover-up and bring justice to the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein and his powerful friends. These disturbing photos raise even more questions about Epstein and his relationships with some of the most powerful men in the world. We will not rest until the American people get the truth. The Department of Justice must release all the files now. So to be clear, I'm not going over 95,000 photos. That's not what's been released. There is a certain selection of photos that have been released. Why these have been selected to be released is interesting. And to think about this, there is no time frame of these photos, when they were taken, where they were taken, the context. We can kind of get a little bit of understanding about that. I'm going to do my best to explain it. But why these were selected, and without an explanation, can talk about that. But let's start going over them, and we got to start with the Trump of it all. So there is a photo of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein together at what appears to be a party or social event. There's also a photo of Trump and a blonde woman with her face redacted out in a black box. There is also, same thing, photo of Donald Trump with 6 women wearing leis. Their faces are all redacted out in black boxes. They're at some sort of public event. Now, why are they blacked out? Is this to say they're victims? Is this to say they're survivors? Are their faces blacked out for privacy purposes? I will say it's interesting because the New York Post provided more clarity on this. They obtained 2 unredacted photos in this batch. One is this group of women with Trump, and the other is of that blonde woman with Trump. To be clear, we're not going to show you the unredacted photos. We got the redacted ones. That's what we're going to show. However, according to purportedly one of the women in that group shot, she spoke to the Telegraph, according to the Post, and said, "I was 22 years old and remember him being very nice. He was very gentlemanly." That's the word to describe him. The outlet reports that the women were supposedly models representing the suntan lotion brand Hawaiian Tropic, that this was at Mar-a-Lago. It's believed that the photo maybe was taken in 1998. We don't know for sure. To be clear, though, there is no evidence of wrongdoing here or that they're victims in any way. So it is interesting and raises the question why their faces are blurred out.
The simple question, because they don't want to be included in or associated with a criminal or a potential criminal, if you will. You know what I mean? These women, you know, God forbid something would happen to them if their faces were to be shown or were still, you know, around today, and something would happen to them because they're seen in a picture with such and such is trying to remove them in case, you know, they get a criminal case. You know what I mean? They don't want to be involved in that, and their information be out, and people be like, "Oh, I remember who that is. Find out where that person stay at. I know who that is. Find out where that person stay." You know what I mean? The person in the middle is is the president right now, Donald Trump. So, if something were to happen and Donald Trump were to be criminally charged for associating with Epstein in the near future, these potential people could be in danger. That's why their faces are blacked out.
Without more of an explanation, I will tell you, author Michael Wolff, who we've talked about here on Sidebar, we've talked about him before, given his past correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein, somebody who has documented the life of Donald Trump in recent years. He spoke about these photos on the Daily Beast podcast, Inside Trump's Head. He said the Democrats are blacking out their faces, and the implication here is that they are blacking out their faces because these might have been victims, I suppose, of Donald Trump. It's a weird signal that is being sent. White House Communications Director Stephen Chung told the Daily Beast, in really no uncertain terms, quote, "Michael Wolff is a lying sack of S and has been proven to be a fraud. He originally fabricates stories originating from his sick and warped imagination, only possible because he has a severe and debilitating case of Trump derangement syndrome that has rotted his peanut-sized brain." The president himself was initially asked about these photos and said last week to a group of reporters, "Well, I haven't seen it, but I mean, everybody knows this man. He was all over Palm Beach. He has photos with everybody. I mean, almost..."
That's the second time I heard this syndrome bullshit. They trying to make that shit an actual disease.
There are hundreds and hundreds of people that have photos with him, so that's no big deal. I know nothing about it. And this comes after White House spokesperson Abigail Jackson said in an earlier statement, once again, House Democrats are selectively releasing cherry-picked photos with random redactions to try and create a false narrative. Here's the reality. Democrats like Stacey Plaskett and Hakeem Jeffries were soliciting money and meetings from Epstein after he was a convicted sex offender. The Democrat hoax against President Trump has been repeatedly debunked, and the Trump administration has done more for Epstein's victims than Democrats ever have by repeatedly calling for transparency, releasing thousands of pages of documents, and calling for further investigations into Epstein's Democrat friends. And that's obviously a reference to an investigation that might be happening in New York. By the way, I didn't even mention this aspect. The Donald Trump condom. Got this photo of a card that says Trump condom, $4.50, with what appears to be a bowl containing Trump-branded condoms that says, "I'm huge." CNN reporting that
brother. Remember, we saw that one. We saw this a while ago though, the Trump condom one. But like, come on now, like it goes beyond you was just partying with him a couple times and you so-called kicked him out of your club a few years ago. Bullshit. If he's sending cards to you like this back in the day, y'all were actual friends. So I don't want to hear nothing about y'all weren't friends anymore. That part is bullshit to me. Y'all weren't close. Y'all didn't have no business relationship. That part is bullshit to me. When I'm seeing cards like this and birthday cards and birthday celebrations and president.
They were created by a shop called Fish's Eddy out in New York City. They're described as political satire in the National Museum of American History's online collection. There's another photo of a pumpkin carved out with a face wearing what appears to be a Trump-like wig, sitting on a table with a poster in the back saying, "Trumpkin, make Halloween great again." To be fair, it is not surprising that we're seeing these photos
Make
related to
Halloween
Donald Trump because they're...
Nah. See, that's the thing, right? Make Halloween great again. That's speaking towards, if you read between the lines, that's speaking towards the time and time frame that was actually taken, right? That's around the time frame that he was doing the Make America Great Again campaign, and he decided to flip that whole thing that he was doing, that whole slogan, right? Follow me. This is what they were talking about. Allegedly, Epstein helped fund the Trump administration and was one of the key negotiators in who gotten Donald Trump the presidency in the first place, the first term, not the second one, the first term. Got him in with the right people, invested the money in the campaign. That is why Donald Trump is scared to death of this whole thing, because he invested in the campaign of Donald Trump becoming president, as well as talked to a few people to get him in. That is why Donald Trump is scared to death of those Epstein files.
Been video and photographic evidence of Trump and Epstein together in the past. Trump was a central point of conversation in a lot of Epstein-related communications, particularly in regards to Trump's campaign for president, his actual term as president. We covered this in a previous sidebar. There were messages that were released, like this one from 2011, from Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell, his convicted sex trafficker associate, saying, "I want you to realize that that dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Victim spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned, police chief, etc. I'm 75% there." Ghislaine Maxwell writes back, "I have been thinking about that." There's another where he tells author Michael Wolff in 2019, redacted, Mar-a-Lago, redacted. Trump said he asked me to resign, never a member ever. Of course he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. This is in reference to maybe him being kicked out of Mar-a-Lago. Talking presidents. You know who else is featured in these photos? Former President Bill Clinton. It's a photo from what appears to be years ago, possibly the 90s, featuring Clinton alongside Epstein, alongside Ghislaine Maxwell, and musician Jimmy Buffett and his wife, Jane Slagsvold. Clinton, too, is no stranger to being connected to the Epstein scandal. Vanity Fair had published a photo of him seemingly on Epstein's jet back in 2002. There was another photo of Epstein and Maxwell with then President Clinton back in 1993 at a White House event. It's reportedly in the archives at the Clinton Presidential Library. Clinton himself has confirmed that he was an associate of Epstein, but to be clear, he has always denied any knowledge of Epstein's criminal activity. In fact, there is a 2019 statement explaining how his Secret Service always accompanied him on trips that he took with Epstein. By the way, Clinton has never been criminally charged or officially implicated in any wrongdoing. And, by the way, it was last year when these Epstein files were released that Johanna Schoberg, an Epstein accuser, claimed that Epstein told her Clinton, quote, likes them young, referring to girls. It was reported that Clinton traveled on Epstein's plane for what was described as humanitarian trips to Africa in the early 2000s after he left office. So again, seeing this photo, not a surprise. Okay, let me move on to, I just got to say it, the creepy ones. Yeah, the creepy ones. Photo of Jeffrey Epstein in the bathtub. Stuff of nightmares.
Creepy is an understatement. But real quick, just to speak volumes to that, right? Speaking of the trip in Africa, right? There was a certain gentleman. I need to get that. I need to try to pull that up, too, before this video ends. We're going to look at a certain photo of a certain gentleman that was there, a certain comedian that tried to deny his ass was there at first. had to deny that he was even involved in the shit. So if that part of the list is not fabricated now, we know who else was on there. And lo and behold, around that same time when the rumor came out, Will Smith got into all the trouble that he got into. Because he was also on the plane. So notice had to do a humiliation ritual to Will Smith to shut him up. Just in case. Like, all this can go away, nigga. All this can go away. Your wife could take everything. This can go away. All this can go away. If you just hush. Peep that. Peep game. Entanglements and all that other shit. Remember, I told y'all. Just on a side note, Will Smith worth $400 million. Okay? Will Smith is worth $400 million. He had to be hush about this. He had to. But he was a name that was on that plane.
Don't know who took that or when. Kind of reminds me of all of those photos that were released of Epstein from his 50th birthday scrapbook, which we went over in a previous sidebar. Then we got this weird selfie of Epstein with what appears to be his lip swollen up. It's weird. Don't know what that's about. Honestly, not sure I even want to. Obviously don't know if he took that. Someone else did. Then I got to be kind of careful about this. We have photos of what appear to be sex objects. Again, got to be careful on what we show here, how I describe it. A jawbreaker gag with warning instructions. Someone wearing a black glove with ribbed fingers. You have another photo of BDSM material with rope and a shibari book, an extreme restraints catalog. Just all very unsettling considering we're talking about the guy who pled guilty back in the day in Florida to procuring a person under 18 for prostitution and solicitation. He was registered as a sex offender. He was subsequently arrested in 2019 for sex trafficking of minors before he died in his jail cell. So to see all this, unsettling. Yeah, unsettling to say the least. Now, there was another figure that has come out in these released photos that we got to talk about. Steve Bannon, former White House advisor. You have one photo of Bannon and Epstein together, sitting opposite each other with a big desk in between. You actually can see what appears to be a framed photo of a woman lying down. Back to Michael Wolff. He said about this photo in that Daily Beast podcast, this is an Epstein study. The study is on the second floor of that mammoth townhouse, what people say might be the largest private residence in Manhattan. Actually, Epstein said this, I'm not sure it's exactly true, but it's certainly up there. So this would be if you were creating a Jeffrey Epstein kind of diabolical character in the movies. This is the room that the set designer would create for that character. You have another photo of Bannon and Epstein taking a photo together in the mirror. Got another photo of Bannon talking with director Woody Allen, who we're going to discuss more in a minute. Another photo of Bannon with socialist activist, philosopher Noam Chomsky, who reportedly was in regular contact with Epstein over the years. But with Bannon, this is, again, not surprising either, since we reported recently in a previous Epstein materials release all of these communications to and from Epstein that were published, including a June 2019 email. So this is right after a photo was taken of Trump shaking hands with Prince Andrew, former Prince Andrew, during a state visit. Epstein apparently wrote to someone who, according to CNN, appears to be Bannon, Prince Andrew and Trump today, too funny. He added, recall Prince Andrew's accuser came out of Mar-a-Lago. Seemingly, if this is Bannon, appeared to reply, can't believe nobody is making the connective tissue. As reported by the BBC, there was another exchange, for example, from November 2018, where Epstein seemingly helped to arrange Bannon's travel to deliver a speech, to which Bannon replied, quote, you are an amazing assistant. I mentioned Woody Allen, by the way. You have this photo of Epstein visiting Woody Allen on what appears to be a film set. You have another photo of them together with Epstein laughing, this time sitting at a table. Now, Woody Allen made the news earlier this year when, according to People, in a birthday letter to Epstein on his 63rd birthday in 2016, he seemingly compared Epstein to Dracula. They were New York City neighbors, apparently. Said in part, quote, being neighbors, my wife Sunyi and I have been invited for dinner many times, always accepting, always interesting. Wide variety of interesting people at every dinner just about. Politicians, scientists, teachers, magicians, comedians, intellectuals, journalists, an entomologist, a concert pianist. I say well served often. It's by some professional houseman and just as often by several young women, reminding one of Castle Dracula, where Lugosi has 3 young female vampires who service the place. The large phone and computer at his right hand does take some of the relaxed home cooking atmosphere out of it, but one can't have everything. Not at Castle Dracula. Okay, but back to the photo release. You got this one too. Former Harvard professor Larry Summers appears on a plane with Woody Allen in one photo.
Castle Dracula. Would that be referring to, I don't know, adrenochrome? You know what I mean? Children in adrenochrome? You know what I'm talking about.
Now, Larry Summers. The friendship between Summers and Epstein was also well reported too, with the Harvard paper, The Crimson, revealing Summers had apparently visited Epstein's Island in 2005. Flight records as part of a lawsuit revealed that he allegedly traveled on Epstein's plane multiple times. But recently, when all of those emails came out that I mentioned, you see all of these communications between the men. Like where Summers was apparently looking to Epstein for romantic advice, with Epstein saying he's a, quote, pretty good wingman for Summers. Summers writing, I didn't want to be in a gift-giving competition while being the friend without benefits. Got this exchange from just months before Epstein was arrested in 2019, where Summers apparently writes about some woman. I said, what are you up to? She said, I'm busy. I said, awfully coy you are. Epstein apparently responds, she's smart, making you pay for past errors. You have another exchange where they discuss Trump, whom Summers called a clown in one 2017 email. So after all of this, and as we're thinking about this photo that was just released, Summers released a statement when those messages came out, saying, I am deeply ashamed of my actions and recognize the pain they have caused. I take full responsibility for my misguided decision to continue communicating with Mr. Epstein. Now, he stepped back from his duties at Harvard. He resigned from his board position at OpenAI. You go back to the photo release, though, that we're talking about. Richard Branson's in one photo. The billionaire and investor who founded Virgin is seen sitting and smiling with a smiling Epstein behind him. Tropical area, appears to hold up a page from a notebook with calculations of some sort. And there's a guy sitting next to Branson, by the way, inventor Dean Kamen, who released this statement to WMUR, quote, I have been a guest of Richard Branson on his Necker Island a number of times for conferences and fundraisers. I believe this photo must have been taken during one of those events many years ago. I have no knowledge of any of the horrific actions of Jeffrey Epstein other than what I've learned from news reports. Then you got this photo of who appears to be former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak, sitting at a table of some sort. There has been reporting in the past of associations between Barak and Epstein, including business investments. And remember, Epstein was this big financier. He, too, has denied any involvement in Epstein's activities, apparently cut off his relationship with him at one point in time. You have a photo of Jeffrey Epstein and acclaimed Harvard attorney Alan Dershowitz. No shocker there. He was once Epstein's lawyer. This photo actually is not really new. We've seen it before. We also know that deceased Epstein accuser Virginia Roberts Giuffre famously claimed that Dershowitz sexually abused her. But not only did he adamantly deny those allegations, I interviewed him here on Law and Crime actually, but she actually dropped the legal case that she brought against him, indicating she may have made a mistake. You got this photo of Microsoft founder Bill Gates standing alongside former Prince Andrew. He was actually stripped of his royal titles after the fallout from his connection to Epstein, even though he too has denied any allegations of wrongdoing. You could do a whole episode on all of the connections from Prince Andrew there. You have another photo of Bill Gates with who appears to be Larry Vysotsky, Epstein's former private pilot, with what seems to be Epstein's jet behind. Now, at the beginning of the year, Bill Gates told the Wall Street Journal, quote, Jeffrey, in retrospect, I was foolish to spend any time with him. And he sort of got time with various people by spending time with other people. So yes, I think I was quite stupid. I thought it would help me with global health philanthropy. In fact, it failed to do that. It was just a huge mistake. You have a photo of who appears to be Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, a business executive from Dubai. His name came up last month in those communications that I keep talking about, those emails, when Epstein said of Steve Bannon, quote, we have become friends, you will like him. Sulayem responded, Trump doesn't like him. It's interesting, considering in another exchange, Sulayem appears to ask Epstein, do you think it will be possible to shake hands with Trump? Epstein responds, call to discuss. Now, finally, there is just a lot of random photos. There is this shot of a massage therapy system device, which, if anyone knows anything about Epstein, is going to send shivers down your spine, considering the substantial abuse that he and Maxwell inflicted upon minors was in the form of massages. You have a picture of someone holding up a copy of author James Patterson's book. It's about Epstein. It's called Filthy Rich, holding it up in front of their face. You have this picture of a black credenza or side table. But what's notable are the picture frames on the wall above. All blacked out faces, survivors, victims, why are they blacked out? And then you just got one of who appears to be Bill Gates. And then you have this batch of what appears to be a bathroom, presumably from an Epstein property. Then you have all these photos of the interior of the property, including what we discussed on a previous episode of Sidebar, these photos of what seemed to be a dentist chair with masks on the wall. Super creepy. We assume this is of maybe his Caribbean property, Little St. James Island. Then the exterior shots of what appear to be that same property. So look, this disclosure is interesting. It doesn't change the narrative of what we know and who was connected or affiliated to Epstein. But to be clear, once again, all of these photos, after looking at them, there is no evidence of criminal activity or wrongdoing. It doesn't prove anything. It does nothing to rebut the denials of all of those mentioned who have said they did not commit any wrongdoing or misconduct, those who have denied any knowledge of Epstein's activities. But of course, we had to bring this to you, and we wanted to just provide a little bit more context to each photo. We're going to make sure to stay on top of this. When those files are released, probably they'll be released by the DOJ. We'll make sure to do our best to cover it here on Sidebar.
Eventually, right? They'll release the rest of them. Not. That's the thing, right? They don't plan to release everything. If they did, they would have released the unredacted ones and just said fuck it, right? But we're talking about supposedly 300,000 files, and now it's only like 95,000 that are actually, released to the public, right? And majority of it is just the criminal files that they've had of him. You know what I mean? So that they've, had over the years, dating all the way back to the 90s, as you see. So we're only going to look at like data files 2 and 3 because that's really where a lot of the pictures at anyway. A lot of the other stuff are just, it's other documents and whatnot. It would literally take us weeks to get through that, to be honest. We're going to go through them, but it's going to take a while. It'll take a while. It will take a while. Real quick, before we get into those files, I have them pulled up already. Trump did respond a little bit. I got to use the bathroom real quick. Trump did respond in Trump fashion. As he only knew how to.
The Justice Department released another batch of files connected to the Jeffrey Epstein case. However, there's still more questions after a report from the Associated Press says 16 documents from Friday's batch disappeared from the department's website. Here's ABC's Johnny Fernandez with the latest.
The Department of Justice posted 2 more batches of Epstein files on its website. The latest includes the grand jury testimony from April 2007. In those records, an individual identified as a 21-year-old woman describes being recruited by Jeffrey Epstein when she was 16, along with other underage girls, for illicit massages at his Palm Beach mansion. Her name is redacted from the files. Sources tell ABC News that Friday's release represents less than half of the department's files on Epstein and includes never-before-seen records from the investigation and thousands of photographs, many of which are heavily redacted, and was released without context. President Trump had a long-standing friendship with Epstein. White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles says Trump's name appears in the files, but not doing anything awful. Trump says he and Epstein eventually had a falling out.
I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of my club many years ago because I thought he was a sick pervert.
ABC's Pierre Thomas spoke to Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who also served as the president's criminal defense attorney.
Will every document that mentions President Trump, every picture of him, every video, every bit of information related to him in these files be released today or at some point in this process?
Assuming it's consistent with the law, yes. So there's no effort to hold anything back because there's the name Donald J. Trump.
Friday's release also includes some never-before-seen images of Bill Clinton and Epstein together. The former president has not been accused of any wrongdoing. The White House chief of staff told Vanity Fair that there is no incriminating information about Clinton in the files, saying Trump was wrong about that. Clinton's spokesperson releasing a statement in part saying this is about the White House shielding themselves from what comes next or from what they'll try and hide forever, saying that Clinton cut Epstein off before his crimes came to light. The DOJ says more documents are expected, but for now, many questions remain unanswered. Johnny Fernandez, ABC News, New York.
$16 batches. 16 batches of files. That's what they talking about. But see, that's what I'm saying. We already knew Trump was going to do that, though. We already knew Trump was going to attempt to get rid of everything, but that ain't going to work. That ain't how this works. That ain't how this works, buddy. Now, they didn't speak on a couple people that was found in these photos. I'm going to look at some of the juicy ones here that was already pulled up by, I guess, Twitter has already been skimming through things. That's crazy. They tried to remove that photo and it was still there. But they kept the files. They kept the files. Don't worry. Like I said, I got them all pulled up with it. All right here. Data, you see that? I'm all right here. You see like the photo right here. This one they actually removed. Let me take my shades off real quick. This one they actually had removed and put back. This is one of the photos they removed and put back. So you got the Pope up here, right? On the left. Rest in peace. I can't make out who some of these people are. But if you look down here, this was one of the other photos too, was the one with Trump in it. This one down here in the bottom left. In the drawer. And you see him again with some females. You see Bill Clinton in this picture right here. Now, I want to look at Osmond Gold, too, because he had some interesting ones before they actually took them down. I want to look at Osmond Gold's video, too, as well, when we're going to get a chance to do that. Like I said, some of these people, they have their names. Let's see, so Sarah Ferguson. Let me see. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, Sarah Ferguson in a partially redacted photo. This is Sarah Ferguson in the purple. And, of course, the one that's going viral, Bill Clinton chilling in the pool. In a jacuzzi, I should say, looks like. In the indoor jacuzzi. Richard Branson and Jeffrey Epstein. So, Richard Branson. Necker Island. Richard Branson's famous private island is Necker Island, a 74-acre paradise in the British Virgin Islands known for luxury, sustainability, solar wind power, exotic wildlife, lemurs, giant tortoises, and exclusive rentals as part of Virgin Limited Edition. He bought it in the 1970s, turned it into a stunning resort with Balinese villas and unique activities, and is now a symbol of barefoot luxury accessible by boat from Tortola. Necker Island. What a fucking name for an island, huh? What a name for an island. Necker Island. You can go 1,000 ways with that one, right? you go down 1,000 avenues with Necker. But anywho, nasty asses. You nasty asses. Necker Island. The nerve. All right. We know who invested in Necker Island, by the way. Peter Mandelson and Jeffrey Epstein. Y'all want to know who all you motherfuckers is. I want to know who all y'all are. No, it's a British politician. Why his name came right up next to Trump, though? I don't know him, claims Donald Trump. Oh, what is this? What is this? Damn it, I don't care about that.
That he lost his job over historic. Some sympathy with him that he lost his job over historic links to Jeffrey Epstein. Thank you very much, sir.
I don't know him, actually. I had heard that, and I think maybe the Prime Minister would be better speaking of that. That was a choice that he made, and I don't know. What is your answer to that?
Well, I mean, it's very straightforward. Some information came to light last week which wasn't available when he was appointed, and I made a decision about it, and that's very clear.
He doesn't know him. Yeah, right. All right. So, British politician, lobbyist, and diplomat, member of the Parliament for Hartlepool. Of course, his name came up because he's friends with Epstein. Gonna do some research on Mr. Peter Mandelson. Let's see who this is. Jeffrey Epstein in a partially redacted photo. I wonder who these people are here. Oh, look at Mr. Chris Tucker. Mr. Chris Tucker hugging next to felon, the felon, the pedophile and felon. Hugged up with the pedophile and felon on y'all way to Africa. Ghislaine Maxwell with David Copperfield, but the magician David Copperfield. But interesting photo there with his leg up. That looked like you get down with the. Oh wait, now it makes sense who that was in that photo. Oh my goodness, wait. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, there's an interest. Oh shit, I just thought about something. Oh, now the face makes sense. Oh my god. Wait till y'all see that photo. Oh my god, that makes sense. It makes sense who the fuck that was. All right, Ghislaine Maxwell and former Prince Andrew in a partially redacted photo. I says Prince Andrew down there. I said, no wonder Prince Andrew and they've been hiding. This is of course the cover photo here of Bill Clinton. This is him on the Epstein plane, of course. And then this is Bill Clinton with who is this? Mick Jagger. That's what that was. Mick Jagger over here sitting next to Bill Clinton and Ghislaine Maxwell. They eating good too. Nasty motherfuckers. And then we have this interesting photo here of Michael Jackson with Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, I forgot to play the fucking audio too. There's a weird audio of Michael Jackson. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. It's a weird photo of weird audio of Michael Jackson. I gotta play y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. All right. So, yeah. Real quick, let me pull up that audio of Mike. I gotta find it real quick. Had to get some out the mic. But I'm gonna pull that audio of Mike. I know I can find it too. Michael Jackson. Yes. Phone call. Let me make sure this is the one too. Cause like I said, I heard it earlier, and I meant to save it, and I plumb forgot to save it. Okay, yeah, this is it. This is it right here. This is it right here. This is what I was looking for. Make sure I get a good version too. Uninterrupted.
What's wrong, Michael? I don't know if I should tell you this, but I don't know who may be listening. There may be a group of people that want to get rid of me. They don't want me here anymore. I don't understand. What do you mean? Talk to me. What's wrong, Michael? I don't know if I should tell you this, but I don't know who may be listening. There may be a group of people that want to get rid of me. They don't want me here anymore. I don't understand. What do you mean? Talk to me. I can't talk about it over the phone. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just feel in my soul, only God knows, they could shoot me, they could stab me, they could frame me and say I overdosed you with drugs. They can do a lot of things. Who could do these things? Michael. I gotta go.
And that was the end of the phone call. But like I said, it was a very disturbing audio. And they played it next to that picture that you guys seen there with Jeffrey Epstein. And I thought to myself, I'll say, wait, that actually makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. Because we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein, someone that has a lot of different business relationships, right? A lot of different business partners. Hell, we saw the guy that owns Virgin. Could it be Epstein also had a business relationship with Sony? Also, could Michael have known about what Jeffrey Epstein was also into? Could there be investments that was made? Maybe, of course, investments in funding that Mike didn't know about. But when we're talking about beyond the government, I'm seeing where Mike is actually going with this, because he didn't say the record labels. He said this is beyond the government. And I'm thinking of this picture here with him next to Jeffrey Epstein. I'm like, there's a lot of things starting to make sense here. Could there have been some type of investment made to get rid of Mike? And could this be one of his killers standing right next to him? Kevin Spacey with Bill Clinton and Ghislaine Maxwell here. Kevin Spacey right next to Bill Clinton in the red. You have Jeffrey Epstein with a young lady on his lap. Then you have Mr. Chris Tucker here again, chilling next to Bill Clinton. Mick Jagger and Bill again. And of course, that was the juicier some of the juicy photos that they had. Not juicier, but just some of the juicy photos that they had here. Now, real quick, while I finish this, Mr. Chris Tucker want to kind of explain himself for why he was actually there.
You knew Jeffrey Epstein, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. We flew Bill Clinton and a lot of different. That was a humanitarian trip to Africa, and I met him on that trip because it was his plane. I didn't know who plane we was getting on, but it was a whole bunch of dignitary people. We was with a delegation, and I met him, and you don't know people what they do in their private lives, so yeah.
But tell me this, Chris. You was on this private plane, and you could tell that it was a private plane because they called it, what is Lolita Express?
Oh, yeah, it was a private plane. Yes. Oh, yes.
But wait a minute. You didn't never go to that island, did you?
No. I don't know where that thing at. No. I don't think. Hey, we was going to Africa to save lives.
All right, speaking of the things, you actually had, speaking of some controversial things, you were there when Kanye said George Bush doesn't care about black people, correct?
Sure was, man.
What was going on through your head when Kanye, because your face.
I don't care about that part. Because my whole thing is, why were you on that plane talking about, forget the Africa and the charity part, right? Because let's be honest here. We all know about how Africa is also known for, I don't know, what's that word? Human trafficking, right? We already know that it's a known place for the human trafficking, allegedly, right? We're not dumb about that one, right? I hope not. I hope we're not dumb out there about that. So, don't give me no bullshit about it was just for charity. Y'all was out there having a good old time. I seen the pictures. I didn't see nobody doing no games and for the kids and whatnot. Talking about some we was out there saving lives. No, I saw motherfuckers at gun ranges and shooting into the wildlife. I saw people getting on little boat rides and planes and having luxury dinners and whatnot. I ain't see nobody out there saving lives, Chris. I ain't see you out there saving no life. We saw you out there saying, "Hey, what's going on?" You was in the picture like some, "Hey, what's up?" See me next to Bill. So And we seen other pictures of what y'all were doing there in Africa. So don't tell me shit. Of course you ain't know where it was at, because your ass was probably asleep on the way there. They probably made sure your ass was asleep. Or if you did know where you was on the way to, they also made sure that you ain't tell no motherfucking body. I'll tell you that much. They made sure you ain't tell a soul about this. That's for damn sure. They made sure of that. All right. Let's get into this mean potatoes. Ooh, excuse me. Make sure we got through everything. Everything. Guess I don't gotta look at that photo. Guess I ain't gotta look at that photo. But this was the photo that was in the drawer. That's the photo that was in the drawer on the left-hand side. And a closer picture over here. Hey, come closer. But this picture right here, do I talking about? This one right here on the bottom left. That's also this. Damn it. That's also this picture. So again, can't say it was somebody just kicked out of my club years ago. Yeah, right, nigga. Yeah, right. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it no more. But again, let me take myself down here too, so it's more focus on that. You know. Okay, so this is the house. These are just pictures of the house after he passed. Yeah, so the 19th. Well, not after he passed, after he got arrested, I should say. This is when he got arrested. Excuse me, not when he died. When he got arrested. Yeah, this is the Epstein residence. That's what majority of these photos are. So you had the J.E. initials on there. That's from when they broke into it. So we're gonna skip through this first set of the data files because that's literally all this is. That's literally all this first set of data files is just the Epstein house. There's nothing too crazy in here. Nothing too crazy. I mean, one would say why you have so many goddamn monitors. But if you're someone that was in the stock market, that's really why you have all those monitors. Because you're watching trades go on and different things go on each monitor. Different charts and whatnot. If you're in the trading, you know what that is. I ain't mean to go to 20. I meant to go further down. Oh, the famous Bill Clinton pictures over here on the left. The famous with the heels, you see it. Oh, so let me go through. Trying to get past the door and whatnot. So 6, 7. All right, so inside I think was right. All right, so now we're getting inside. You see it. Those are the famous pictures there. The famous pictures right there in living color, so to speak. It's just a maintenance order. I skipped like 20 because I already went through those. All right, this is like this regular cleaning shit, so. Yeah, it's just pictures of the office here. All right. See, we got go through another part of the house. The fuck is all that up there? Pills? Or cotton? I have no idea what that is up there. Me have no idea what that is up there. Picture was everywhere, wasn't it? Another office. Another office. Yet another office. No interesting pictures on the wall. I see Muhammad Ali, Marilyn Monroe. Can't figure out who these two people are. But they all like just regular celebrity pictures. It's not unusual. A picture of him and Bill. A caricature. That's what you call a caricature. Files. All right, now we're going part of the house. Now we're going through the house. Why I take the same picture twice? 4 times. No, why I took the same pictures 4 times? All right. Trying to figure out what that statue was, but ew, yeah. All right, on to 2. Oh wait, we still in the house. So Damn, it's a lot of files in the house. It's a lot of files in the house. All right, bet. Now, I'm no rocket scientist, but if I had to guess, that is a weird but very lore accurate picture of Donald Trump here. This is a weird but very accurate painting to Donald Trump and how he views him. Again, you ain't got all this shit of Donald Trump in your house and you ain't had a relationship with Trump. Cut the bullshit. Scott Child, what's going on, brother? This is Donald Trump. We can see this Donald Trump. We up in the house now of Epstein. We are in Epstein's house. Oh damn, what number was that? I think that was 55, right? Yeah, it's 55. All right, this is 56. Another angle of the Trump picture. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Why is somebody hanging? Why you have a sculpture of a woman hanging? What is this? All right, we getting real Illuminati now. What? And then you got the sky right here around it, like to symbolize the person leaving the head. What type of weird shit? Dog. Why is this in your house? Well, why is this in your house? Why is this in your house? Why is this appealing to you? Like, what were you getting off to with this type of shit right here? Of a woman in a dress hanging herself, and what appears to be going to, like, what type of weirdo shit were you into, man? Oh, good. I was trying to make out what the hell that was. I still can't make out what the fuck this is. Look like a zebra. Some type of war. I can't figure out what the hell that is. Statue of a little boy sitting on a thing. I forgot what this. Well, we know what it kind of symbolizes, but I can't remember what the actual meaning behind the statue. I've seen the statue before. I can't remember what the I can't remember exactly what the representation of it is, but I know it has something to do with pedophilia in little boys. I just can't remember what the exact name of where I seen the sculpture in the name of it. Pardon me. Why you gotta have a gorilla on the wall, man? Come on, dog. Definitely into a lot of African culture. Is that Albert Pike? Is that Albert Pike? It is. It is Albert Pike. See what he ran. The great Freemason, 33rd degree Mason, Albert Pike. I'm like, I know I've seen that face before. Got a painting of Albert Pike on the wall. We just browsing through the house. We just running through the house. We just going through the house. I feel like I should put some like jazz on or something like that just so we could really be looking at this shit. Just so it's not so like, I don't know, so silent. Yep, Epstein files, no edit. Epstein files, no cut, damn it. All right, but hold on. Real quick, only because it's just so dim in here. Ain't it? It just feel a little dry. Without the without some tune. Excuse me. To help. I'm not gonna have enough of this. Not going to have enough of this. All right, I'm gonna do this.
Do you want?
I'm gonna do this real quick, and then I'll just skip the ads as they play or whatever. All right. Back to the files. Back to the files. Just something to help out, you know what I mean? Something to help out a little bit. Something to help out a little bit. Little bit. All right. We are in the kitchen. 73, 74. Now we might not go through the entire house right here, because I do want to get to the other part of the files. It's like 7. How many is it? I think it's like 7 data sets files, but it's like long. Like, see, this one in particular, we on 2, right? We was on 73. I mean, in one file, it's 63 in this one. It's 63 pages in this fucking one. So, you know what I mean? Like, we can't go through the entire fucking thing. Like I said, it'll take us weeks just to go through the first data set of shit. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna be skimming through it and still finding some things for y'all. But we're gonna continue going through the house just a little bit more. Then we'll go to data set 2. Okay, I think we get into something here. This one. Hold on. You start up here. Oh, we in the other house now. Oh, wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. I recognize the decor. That's this place. Yeah, that's this one. Oh, hold up, we in the island now. We on the island now. We on the island now. We on the island now. What's that? 5. So that means we left. Okay, we still in the house here. We get to the island. Oh, I think we're here. Hold on. I just want to see where we started at for the island. It's probably going to be down here. Or maybe not. All right. We'll just start here. Whoever this is, they redacted the photo, but this looks like a little girl on his shoulders. The sick fucker. That's a baby's hand, you could tell. Got a picture of a baby on the wall. Okay, we just at stairs now. See if I can get out this damn hallway. Okay, I'm out the hallway. Out the hallway. Interesting picture on the wall there. And we in the bathrooms and shit. These rooms just these color patterns. Very Aztec-y, reptilian Aztec-y. The way some of them are popping. And then we get this weirdo picture in the back. What did I say? What did I just say? I just fucking said it. I just fucking said it. I was like, some don't seem right about this room. Some just don't seem right about this room. You have a naked child being presented to people. As you can see, people are observing the child. See if you could, zoom in a little bit on it. There's like dancing devils in the back. Weird ass picture. So if I don't see nothing else that's weird up in the first set of data files, I don't see nothing else that might be looking crazy. Look at one more set of these real quick, see where we at. Yeah, this is really just stuff for the remember, this is from when they rated it after. That's why you see the letters on the A, the C, the B. You see the different letters on it because the FBI already done came and got it. Alright, yeah. On to 2. Like I said, if you're just tuning in, there are 63 sets of them damn things, so. It's a list of the employees. I'm just skimming through the last page, just in case there's something here. Okay, so this is just like the workshop that was outside or whatever. Say what's in the middle? What's in the middle? Never know if you find something that's like in the middle. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they ain't gonna go through all this shit. Some of us will. Some of us will, nigga. Just want to skip through this little middle real quick. To the drawing of the house. Architecture, plans to build, plans to go places, where they worked on things. And you just go through this one day and just sit here and just get every single zip. Oh, okay. Very redacted photo there. Oh, where are we here? Oh. What? Where's it start at? Where's it start at, damn it? Okay, 76. It's like you can tell by the hands, like how old some of these people might actually be. These are very young people in these pictures, in these redacted photos, I'd say. Definitely holding a little girl there. I was gonna say, you gotta look in the middle. Sometimes you gotta look in the middle. Not sure who that little boy is. Okay. Raise this mic up a little bit. Looks like a president's picture back here, doesn't it? I wonder who that is. Looks like I ran into that picture with Hillary in here that I seen earlier on Osmond. It's like some of these were taken like 2 and 3 times. Like I said, I noticed that they said a lot of these photos were like redacted because they were victims. So I get that as well. Yeah, see, like I said, some of them are like duplicates. This is like a flight attendant. Someone that was aboard the plane. So make sure I didn't miss one. So many different women in these photos. Can't really make out who these people are in this photo. Once again, if you guys would like to donate to the pod, the Cash App is right there on the left-hand side of the screen. Chill Murray 1, MURRY 1. Anything at all is very, very helpful to me getting back and forth to work. That's literally, and of course I invest into the pod here. Need to give me another desktop light. Alright, we just into electrical equipment now. Damn it, we going back outside. Going back outside. Alright, on to the juicy data 2. Next data set. It just starts off with shit. Him in this weird ass dress. I was like, what is going on right here? Where's he creeping around? What you doing out there? Why you look like you just got caught doing something? Don't it look like he just got caught doing something? He watching to see who looking around at him. That's the vibe I get with this. Weird ass Aztec dress with like a granny dress, almost like similar to some Bill Clinton was wearing. And of course, you see the girls here that are praying. Like every time I hear something about praying and whatnot, I think of this shit, and I'm like, so weird, yo. So weird. So weird. You got these little girls praying right here. Of course, him and Ghislaine. If I had to guess, this was mainly like prior to or around the time that they went to Africa. It was the famous Bill Clinton photo. Now we're getting into it. Now we're getting into things. So did I skip it? I did skip around, didn't I? Okay, yeah. Some of these people I don't know who they are. Some of these people, I don't know who they are. We know who that is. It's Mr. Bill Clinton. Yeah, damn near matching shirts. This damn near Diddy and Jay-Z, ain't it? Everywhere you go, I will follow. Be your friend forever. Look at these two here. Just the best of friends, huh? Oh, chilling on his island. You can't escape this either, Hillary. It is what I mean by. If this was the Africa trip, when did y'all have time to save lives? Maxwell pictures. Okay, so they're not in Africa right here. They're not in Africa in these parts. They haven't gone. Oh, wait. Okay, now we're getting there. Damn it. They're just a traveling folk. So we're only really going through 2 and 3. And as you can see, there's a lot of 2. I mean, it's in 2. It's 9. Okay. Let's skim around through 2. Oh, it's a video. There's a video. Okay. I don't have enough space for the video. I did have enough space for it. Okay. Wait. I'll show you guys. Oh, it's just some lo-fi. Just some lo-fi beats. Just something we can vibe to and watch. Let's look at the pictures. I mean, so it's not so silent. I mean, this is what was in that audio file. That's all it was. That's literally all it was. Very fancy classic right there. Is that 3211 I just seen? Okay. No images produced. Interesting. Ghislaine just chilling outside. And this was kind of weird too, how they just All these are just blanked out. And I was like, wait, what? It's like some are there, some aren't. I'm like, it's very odd. And I guess the pictures that when they're not, they're showing the people, when they're not redacted, excuse me. I guess they're staff. People that might have already been criminally charged. Okay, now they're in Africa. Now we're in Africa. So there he goes. Here's Mr. Chris Tucker. Have you a good old time. Not sure who this is. It was Bill Clinton with somebody. Here goes Chris again. Hugged up with Ghislaine Maxwell. I do forget his name, but that's a famous actor, Bill Clinton. Kevin Spacey. There's Ghislaine outside the house. There's Spacey with Bill again. Parties when they were in Africa. Yeah, there goes Chris again with Bill. The famous one where he got his hands up. So there it goes. Yeah, this is the Africa trip here. These are all photos from the Africa trip. Page 3 of Data Files 2. I'm not sure who this gentleman is there. There goes the photo we had earlier. Bill happy to be on that plate, ain't he? There goes Diana Ross with Michael Jackson, Bill Clinton. So like the picture we saw earlier where Michael was standing next to Epstein, here goes another interesting photo where he's on the plane with Bill Clinton and Diana Ross. Interesting. Again, puts more context to the audio call of, it goes beyond the government. These people are trying to get rid of me. They don't want me around anymore. He kept saying, I don't care about me. I just want my kids to be okay. As if there was one day I do have to play that audio from, not audio, I have to play the video of Sloan Bella when we get into Michael Jackson. So I'm going to do a piece on Michael Jackson. I'll do a piece on Michael Jackson because very interesting way he died. But this picture speaks volumes. Know the last time I seen Mike uncomfortable like this? See his face? How uncomfortable. This nigga is uncomfortable. Mike is not comfortable with this picture right now. And taking that. Last time I seen Mike this uncomfortable. Was this picture right here. This is the last time I remember Mike being so goddamn uncomfortable. Where is it? Not gonna show me. Alright. You can see it here though. Mike just looks so damn frustrated. He just looks so damn frustrated. Like, why am I around all these sweaty niggas? what am I doing here? Like, even down to the dap photo, like, yeah, get me out of here, Jay. Get me the fuck out of here. That's what you remind me of in this picture right here. Like, please get me out of here. I don't want to be here. Very lavish plane, tell you that much. Very lavish plane. It's the photo with Mick Jagger and Bill Clinton. Oh, it is Hillary over there. They ain't mentioned that. That is Hillary ass over there. Not sure who this guy is. Big ass close-ups. Not sure where they at, but this is Chris Tucker again. I don't know if they still in Africa here. Airline Epstein. Oh, shit. He's out here in the boat. A couple of these. I guess he went from sleep to partying. I haven't ran into it yet. I know I'm gonna run into that shit. I know I'm gonna run into that damn picture I seen. Okay, this is just a banquet party it was at. Bunch of rich old fucks. Back to this guy being knocked out. Let me make sure I didn't. Okay. This is how much they followed, though. This is how much they followed. Okay, this is the party here. This is what I was looking for. Oh yeah, this shit right here. This was the damn. Cause what was his damn name that we just saw? What was earlier? Fuck! I done closed the page now. Close the page now. The pictures. Cause I forgot the name now of who this was. I forgot his name now. But I saw these shit. I was like, wait, what the fuck? I was like, but wouldn't you just? I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. I said, oh no. I said, oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. 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 This is what y'all was watching. It's oh. Oh, I didn't need it. Oh. This is the God. When does it end? Does it stop here? Okay, we got normal again. I said we got into the land of the weird. We got into the land of the weird. He's just on the floor with his dog here, I guess. That makes sense, back when they were building the island. Three. Travel photos looks like. More him traveling. Just by looking at the top of this, I don't want to scroll down. I had no choice but to see his fat titties, I guess. Yeah, the flamingo in his hand or something. Maybe me and only Osmond Gold, probably the ones that sat here and went through these things like this. Except I don't really give a fuck about monetization too much. Suitable. With the gun range, of course. Toys of the rich, I tell you, toys of the rich, toys of the rich. Dexter's Laboratory. It's his birthday. Bears went through all this shit. Oh, there's more than 9. Okay. Alright. That's fine. partying. All right, let's just go to set 3 real quick. Just so y'all know why I'm doing that, because in set 2 there are, okay, so it's 12 of them. Let's see something real quick. But there are a lot of nothing burgers. In these as well. Interesting. Oh, he's getting the foot massage. Let me see some real quick. Since it was only like 2 left. Since it was only 2 left. Why not, you know? So a lot of them you can see on the left-hand side too. On to number 3. On to set 3. Oh yeah, this is where it get weird. Adult soap on a rope. Lather up pussy. Soap on the rope. Leather pussy. Go ahead and work yourself up into sudsy leather. This playful pussy will bring a new kick to your shower or tub. There isn't a better way to start your day than with a little pussy. Okay, so photo lineup. Interesting photo here. I can only guess who's in the back of him and why they didn't want to show it. My guess is Trump is in this picture. Looks similar to the photo we saw earlier. Prince Andrew picture, okay. Once in a blue moon. I couldn't tell this is a guy or a girl here. Obviously someone naked. The blue Eastern Star. Twinkle, twinkle now. Wait. I wonder who that's a picture of. Paddle boats in the form of skull and crossbones. Interesting. Twin torpedoes. All new power pack. Separate vibrating controls. Twin torpedoes. Separate vibrating controls. Control your own fantasy and explore the different levels of erotic vibrations. Well, one could only imagine where these things go, you know? One could only imagine where those go. Some of these are nothing burgers. Some of these are nothing burgers. I have no idea what those are. Can't quite make out what that is. Some erotica, Scarlet's Cabinet. Glad that's blanked out. For my sake, anyway. Interesting. Attorney Gloria Allred, Sammy Wong, paralegal. Spent time growing up in Santa Monica. Moved around a lot. Sophomore year, I don't think finished 4 different Jet High School, 2 different MS, 2 years. I took notes on somebody. Just turned 16. We moved to LA on my own. Life at home, not the best. Got a job at a hair salon as a receptionist. First moved there, moved in with sis. Let's look at some notes from victims. These are victim notes. These are all victim notes. Those are all the women. If you're just tuning in, we're going through the Epstein files. That could have been a very underage ass. That's why I got off it. Oh, look what this says here. Moscow girls, Africa, Hawaii, Zorro, crack hole proposal. Thailand, Russia, nudes, yoga girls, J.E. 50th birthday. Jeffrey Epstein 50th birthday. Charity my ass. That looks like it's just files of all the pictures. More files of pictures. That's most of what that is. Just the files of those pictures there. Andrew, like Andrew, like Prince Andrew. Okay, that's what I was, 38. It just says grand jury at the top. All right, and as you can see, this is 4. It's not really much in the rest of these. These are just documents here. FBI documents. And a lot of these other ones. these are just FBI documents. All the photos and stuff were in the middle too. We're in datas 2 and 3. Trust me, I knew because I looked through. I'll show you 5 real quick just so you understand what I'm saying. The rest is just evidence. Just evidence and files. Literally just evidence and files. I think it's like 7 of them. Yeah, 7. Like I said, even down to 7. Just evidence and document files from the courts. Some of this stuff is already out. But yeah, my wrist is hurting. What's going on that? Ooh. Man, oh man. The Epstein files, y'all. He was 3 hours already. I didn't realize we was here for 3 hours already. All right, real quick. Tory Lanez would like to speak on what happened with his appeal, and I wanted to actually share that with you guys. Guess we could turn that off now. Right. So this, like I said, is amid his appeal being denied with the Megan Thee Stallion case against him. And I, for one, don't think it's a very fair deal. Again, that, you know, because Tory has went through, you know, his very share of ups and downs with this case, I don't think, like I said, it's very fair that he has to remain in jail. I think it's a very unfortunate thing that he has to serve out these 10 years. It could have been worse, but still a lot of time. That's still a lot of time. Still a lot of time off the clock. I know Tory will be even better when he comes out. I hope he does make it in there still. I hope he does. I really, truly does. I really, truly do hope he makes it in there.
Tonight, rapper Tory Lanez breaking his silence in his first ever broadcast interview from behind bars since being found guilty of shooting Grammy winner Megan Thee Stallion in the foot outside a party in 2020.
I've never been violent towards a woman. I would never hit a woman, let alone shoot a woman.
Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, spoke to NBC News from California Men's Colony, a prison where he's 3 years into a 10-year sentence after being found guilty on 3 felony counts, including assault with a semi-automatic firearm.
There is definitely a very big misconception about me that seems to the public as I'm this monster. And I feel like I was catapulted into this poster child for the unprotection of Black women. And it's just so unlike me. And I've never really had a chance to to express that. But you can look at my criminal record. I don't have one. I never had one. And I feel like, you know, that connotation that I would do anything of this monstrous proportion is just, it's completely incorrect and it's wrong.
Lanes declined to testify during his 2022 trial. Do you regret not taking the stand?
I think if I would have taken the stand, the verdict would have definitely been very different.
The rapper's legal team filed an appeal, which was denied in November. But his team is continuing to fight, with plans to file multiple appeals next week, this time with the California Supreme Court, in one claiming newly discovered evidence that they weren't provided during Lanes' 2022 trial, including hundreds of pages of medical records for Megan Thee Stallion, whose real name is Megan Pete, which they allege raise questions about the fragments removed from her foot after surgery. His team argues that the fragments were not provided ahead of trial and that this was a violation of due process.
And we didn't have that chance. Or perhaps we could have questioned the doctors differently when they were on stand to impeach them, because it does look suspicious.
But in the appeal denied in November, the court did address the fragments, ruling that the surgeon's testimony was, quote, more than sufficient to prove great bodily injury on Pete. Proving something like this on appeal is tough.
This is a really, really difficult appellate argument for defendants to prove, because they have to show if the evidence actually came into court, the jury would have found differently. It's an uphill battle, and it's something that often torpedoes any defense appellate argument.
The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office and representatives for Megan Thee Stallion have not responded to NBC News' request for comment.
I believe not only that I was wrongfully convicted, but the amount of new evidence that has emerged since that trial, I think, has been overwhelming.
What has life been like in prison for the last couple of years?
Truthfully, I've done my best to keep my head above water, but mentally, I've gone through trauma that I sometimes even struggle with, because I never imagined myself dealing with things that I would have to deal with. I've been stabbed 17 times. I almost lost my life.
If you could say something to Megan Thee Stallion today, what would it be?
I think that I wouldn't say something directly to her. I would like that moment to happen in person. We've both gone through a lot. There's this connotation that, like, I share this hatred for her, but I don't. I genuinely passed that. I'm at a place of healing in my life. I'm at a place of taking accountability for the things that I did wrong. And when I talk about my case, I don't want it to be taken as me coming at her, because it's not that. I'm just asking for somebody in the system to look at my case and look at the evidence and ask if this was fair.
And with that, Chloe Melas joins us now on set. So, Chloe, Tory Lanez is also seeking a pardon from Governor Gavin Newsom?
That's right. His legal team has filed the necessary paperwork, and it is before the governor now. So they're seeking either a pardon where his criminal record will be wiped clean, he would be released from prison, or to have his sentence commuted, meaning that the time he has served is sufficient, and release him, but that doesn't change his criminal record. As for when this could happen, the governor typically does these twice a year, so this could happen before the new year.
All right. Chloe Melas for us. Chloe, thank you. We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories.
Which I do hope that I hope that happens. I hope the governor does pardon him, because that would be a great thing for Tory. You guys already know how I feel about it. We spoke on it. We did a whole 4-hour piece on it. I've even done another hour or 2 piece on it, doing interviews with Tory. So, again, y'all know where I'm coming from with that whole thing. Free Tory till it's backwards. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole piece on that. Free Tory till it's motherfucking backwards, yo. I really do hope the governor pardons him, because we know Trump ain't. Crazy thing is, he would pardon a Diddy before he would pardon Tory Lanez, which is wild to even say. He would pardon a Diddy before he would pardon the Tory Lanez. But speaking of people going through trauma and mental breakdowns, truth is that a very interesting piece on Kai Cenat that I think you guys should see. And it's really because recently a lot of people have been saying that Kai Cenat looks like he's been cloned. and I didn't necessarily look at, you know, his video where he was talking about mental health, and then he did the Streamer Awards, also where he did the speech about him taking a break because of his mental health and things like that. But listen, truth is, did a very interesting piece on Kai Cenat, and I wanted to share that with you guys. Like I said, it's my thing is, I hope Kai does not conform, but at the same time, I don't think he has a choice.
After Mafiathon 3, Kai Cenat announced to the world that he was taking a long overdue break. He posted a video on his YouTube channel telling his fans that he would be back in a month. During his hiatus, his fans patiently waited for his return, but after a month passed, Kai still hadn't returned. People began wondering when he would show up. That day came just a few days back when he turned up at the Streamer Awards, where he accepted yet another Streamer Award. But it was during this award show that fans started to notice something seemed off with Kai. During his acceptance speech, he brought up having mental health issues, something he would reiterate on a separate social media post where he confessed to dealing with mental health issues. In this post, Kai didn't seem like his normal cheery self. Even his speaking pattern seemed off. This caught many by surprise, as Kai gave no previous indications of having any mental struggles. On top of this, he just beat Twitch's record for most subscribers during his last Mafiathon. If anything, he should be ecstatic with all his recent success. He is literally the biggest and one of the richest streamers today. So what led Kai to develop these mental health issues? Is it just the pressure of fame that is finally getting to him? Or is there something far more sinister taking place behind the scenes? Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about Kai Cenat's strange reappearance. Let's get right into it. Kai has reached the 1%, not only in the streaming world, but in the content creator space in general. He is not at Mr. Beast's level per se, but he has definitely reached a level most content creators will never make it to. Kai became the face of Twitch and received all the benefits of having the machine push him. He signed a deal with the talent agency UTA, which represents many Hollywood big names. Many of the people Kai collaborates with during his streams are represented by UTA. Having access to all these mainstream guests put Kai in a different league. Eventually, all this led to him becoming the most subscribed streamer on Twitch. During his Mafiathon 3 Streamathon, Kai broke the record for the most Twitch subscribers, reaching 1 million active subscribers and gaining over 700,000 over the course of his Mafiathon stream, meaning that Kai was now bringing in over $5 million per month just off subscriptions alone. Kai ended his Mafiathon in a big way, with his final stream being with no other than NBA superstar LeBron James, who gave him a haircut live on stream. From all appearances, it appeared Kai was on top of the world. He had it all: the industry support, the millions of followers, and the millions of dollars. He was living the life many would die for. So the last thing anyone would have expected was Kai stating that he was dealing with mental health issues after breaking all these records. It honestly caught everyone off guard when he took a hiatus, only to come back talking about his mental health. When he showed up to the Streamer Awards, two things happened that I saw everywhere. One thing that happened was the Diddy joke. One of the hosts made a joke calling Kai Cenat Diddy during the award show, and one of Kai's friends got upset and called her out about it.
Which is kind of crazy. Shout out to Fan who is right here in the lovely dress. Shout out to the lovely, beautiful Fan. Very, very, you know, it didn't hit right. It didn't hit right. At the same time, my thing is, she was reading off the teleprompter. She had no choice but to read the joke. They're going to get to and show it in a second. This wasn't the first time the joke was made. And I think she was treated unfairly about this, in my opinion.
Another record breaker here tonight, too. Kai Cenat. This year, as everyone knows, you broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations to you. Oh, and also, congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
If you all gonna be on the mic, not turn this mic, not turn this. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
I thought it was.
Have a good night.
Here. Do you want to do a joke?
No.
This was rather strange as Kai himself has bought into the whole Diddy comparison on many occasions.
Hey, pause real quick.
You just went back younger.
Diddy.
Oh my
No,
God. Leave him
like
alone. You look good.
Boy, you look
It
good.
ain't that bad.
Oh my
God.
Give me something, bro.
You better
Diddy game. He can get. Why you keep trying to sit? Yo.
Yeah.
Hello, man.
From tonight.
I think you'll look fine without your hair. Can I keep together? I'm gonna look like Diddy. You look like one of his sons. I don't know why I keep saying that because I'm not. I don't think I look like Diddy, bro. You do. No, I don't. Say take that. What? Say What the f is that? Say yeah. Get it.
So Kai.
So it's not the first time that the joke has actually even been made. That's my thing. It's not the first time that the joke was made. His own mama made the joke. Marlon made the joke. His friends made the joke. Everybody said the damn joke already. By the time Fan said it, that's why it had been ran dry almost. You know what I mean? That's why it didn't land with the delivery it would have had. Because it wasn't the first time. It got ran already for like a year. And people were tired of hearing it. Plus Diddy, by this time, has gotten convicted by the time the joke was made. So, the joke. And then another thing was, Fan is not in their crowd. There was another thing that was a undertone talk to the Streamer Awards, was everybody was in their own little sections and own little crowds and own little friend groups. Fan is not in their friend group. So that's why Ty Lil even did that. She's not, Fan isn't necessarily friends with Ty Lil, as she is with like a your age, but that's, like I said, IRL community talk. Anyway.
His friends freaking out over the comment didn't make any sense when they themselves play into this joke. But the other more important moment came when Kai gave his acceptance speech. This is where he first brought up his mental health struggles for the first time.
I appreciate everybody who decided to vote for me for this award. One thing I wanted to say to you guys tonight is, I hope a lot of creators in here and everybody at home and the viewers and the streamers really take care of your mental health. I just noticed that recently I just been going through things in my head, and I was able to, turn to like anime, Death Note, Naruto, recently since I've been gone, and I just been able to, find happiness within that.
It wasn't only the mental health comments that caught me off guard though. The first thing I noticed was that Kai didn't seem like himself.
Not at all. You could tell by the body language he was very off. He just seemed like he had been through some shit while he was on that break. And a lot of people, like I said, are saying, rumors are saying that he had been cloned. Other people are saying that, they got to him, they had that talk with him, you know what I mean, of what's going to happen with us taking it to the next level of things. They took him to that room, you know what I mean? Compromised him. You get what I'm saying. In this, but you have to think about this. It's a two-sided coin to this. One side, you have to think from Kai Cenat's side. What I mean by that is, think about the different things that he's actually done, from the streamathons, the subathons, the different marathon streams that he's done that are very Truman Show-like. If you guys remember Jim Carrey's Truman Show movie, IRL streaming is no different and very similar to that. Kai Cenat has proved that your entire life is being videotaped 24/7. He's done this now for 30 days straight streams. He's done 30 days streams for years on end now. That's a lot. To never even have any type of privacy, your life is just a stream. Think about that. Think about if I never got off camera for 30 days straight. You guys are just with me every single day. Think about what that would do. Think about if you were on camera for 30 days straight at a time, having to entertain people, having to talk to people, having people come over, coming up with ideas to do different things to entertain people for 30 days straight, even while you're sleeping, something has to be going on. You know what I mean? Something has to be going on. Entertainment has to be going on because subs have to come in while you're sleeping. I am in the bed sleep on camera. The mockery of the jails, where he did the stream for 30 days being in jail, fake being in jail with his friends. NLE Chopper doing a song talking about I dropped the soap. Things like that are going on. The shower thing with Ray J, where Ray J gets naked in the shower singing One Wish to Kai Cenat on the stream. LeBron James cutting his hair, cutting his strength, black man's strength, cutting his hair on the stream. Follow me. Kai Cenat on his end is going through a mental breakdown. The other side of the coin to that is how perception would be, oh, you've gotten millions of dollars, all these streams, you know, people love you. Why would you be going through this mental health? Why would you be going through any type of mental health breakdown? Perception is a motherfucker, isn't it?
He didn't even sound like himself either. He clearly appeared like he truly had been through something. Not long after this, he gave more details on his mental health struggles on a social media post, where he claimed that he had been secretly dealing with mental health issues for the last few months, explaining that that's why he felt he needed a break, and then also promoted one of his other pages.
Hello everybody, I'm currently on my laptop right now, and I appreciate everybody who's been sending me birthday wishes, as today is my birthday. So I felt like it was the perfect day to be transparent and honest with you guys. A few days ago, I spread awareness on mental health and how important it is to take care of yourself. And honestly, for the past few months, I've been struggling with mental health out of self-doubt and fright of pursuing goals that I really want to achieve. And the reason I really been in my head is because I just wanted to do more. I've gained to realize that I'm a true creator and I'm very passionate about creating. And I have other goals and things that I just want to achieve and do more of. And I would love to show you guys what I've been working on for the past few months through my more personal page, which is KC3 Hidden. I am going to go private soon on that page, so whoever gets in, but...
Doesn't that sound like he's worried about something? Doesn't it? It sounds like he's worried about something, as if he might not make it to do that. I've also been talking to y'all past couple of streams about these influencers and streamers suddenly coming up dead. Just randomly, a lot of different influencers just randomly coming up dead. A lot of them suicide, overdose, people not waking up. It's just happening. What if they were to do that to Kai? Like, what if this was a deep fake of Kai and he was already gone?
I just want to let you guys know that sometimes it is important to take care of your mental health. And honestly, it's been getting better. It has. But out of frustration and fear, I just been in my head for some reason. I never had this feeling before, but I want it to be known that I truly want to create. And I don't know if I'm getting mature or I'm just looking things at a broad point of view, but I am so passionate about creating in general. And I'm excited to show you guys what's going on. Thank you.
Again, Kai seemed unlike himself in this video. Normally, he's extra loud and excited with tons of energy. But after he got back in his 2 appearances, he appeared drained and off. Something clearly was off about all of this, and it didn't take long for people to notice. Many people started calling out Kai's strange new behavior, wondering what was really going on with him. Was this just another situation of fame and money getting to a creator? Or are all of these signs of something much worse? Well, If you have watched my channel for the last year, you know I have made a few videos on Kai. And if you watched those videos, then you would know this moment isn't a surprise. Kai Cenat is dealing with the consequences of selling your soul. Just like many other massive celebrities before him, Kai disappeared for several months only to show up acting like a whole new person. We have seen this with several rappers who disappear and come back acting like a different person. We see this happen to all the celebrities who sold out. You think it's a coincidence that after his Mafiathon 3, which broke all types of records, he disappeared and comes back talking about mental health? Like I said, this is the result of selling your soul. Those who control Kai behind the scenes had him doing all types of degenerate antics during his Mafiathon. He literally had a skit where Ray J pretended to force himself into the shower with Kai. The skit looked like it came straight out of a Scared Straight episode. These are industry humiliation rituals that come attached to that level of success. Kai isn't just becoming this big naturally. He was chosen and put in the #1 position. People are wondering why he's acting like a whole new person, and the answer to that is he went through the industry change just like all the other sellouts. You think all that zesty propaganda he was pushing was just for content? He was moving under orders of Hollywood. So many celebrities do the same exact thing once they reach that level. Kai might seem like an independent streamer who just happened to blow up and become #1. That's not true at all though. While Kai might have been just another streamer long ago,
Swayze World, what's going on?
at a certain point, those industry gatekeepers came knocking on his door and he answered. He is as Hollywood as can be. If you've seen any of my previous videos on Kai, then you would know about his connections to UTA, which stands for United Talent Agency. They are the ones who took Kai to the next level. Being represented by them automatically makes you Hollywood, and I'll explain why. UTA is considered one of the big 4 Hollywood talent agencies. It literally represents all the biggest celebrities right now. There is a huge roster of A-list stars, including music giants like Bad Bunny, Lil Wayne, Christina Aguilera, Guns N' Roses, and the Jonas Brothers, plus major actors like Kevin Hart, Bill Hader, and Michael J. Fox. They have also been picking up all the big online content creators as well, making sure they control all that big talent. They represent Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy, Dave Portnoy from Barstool, Mr. Ballin, Charlie D'Amelio, Plaqueboy Max, Keith Lee, and Madeline Argy. They even represent LeBron James, if you were wondering how the collaboration happened. For those who thought LeBron streamed with Kai because he was a rising star, you couldn't be any more wrong. This is how Hollywood builds their puppets. They send their biggest, most famous puppet to collaborate with their new upcoming star. That's what they did with Kai Cenat. Before Kai signed with UTA, he got some lower level celebrity guests. But after they signed Kai Cenat in 2023, he quickly began collaborating with other big-name celebrities. This is because of UTA. They officially announced Kai Cenat's signing in February 2023, the same month Kai did his first streamathon that broke records and boosted his career. Before 2023, Kai was a big streamer, but he was nowhere near the level he became after he signed. You think it's a coincidence that he signs this deal with one of Hollywood's top talent agencies and then starts breaking all types of records? Follow the deal, and you will see how he became the biggest streamer. After UTA signed Kai, they began using their other celebrities to boost his popularity. That's why all those A-list stars showed up on his stream. Those were not authentic collaborations. Just like the record labels make their big artists make songs with their new artists, UTA is using its big name A-list celebrities to promote Kai to a mainstream audience. It's all a move to make the new up-and-comer appear more popular. I know you guys know people like Kevin Hart, LeBron James, and Kim Kardashian are all puppets, and that doesn't need explaining. Their fake collaboration should already be enough indication that Kai is a puppet. After Kai signed, they quickly used them to push whatever agenda they wanted to push to the youth. That's when Kai's stream started getting really zesty and questionable. That skit with Ray J should have let you know everything. Clearly the industry got him. I believe UTA is the reason Kai is doing all of this. Think about it, Kai is pushing the same themes that Hollywood is pushing, especially all the zesty behavior. We know that Hollywood has been forcing the zesty agenda on everybody for years now. You turn on any TV show nowadays and they have to have a character openly pushing it. That's what they have Kai Cenat doing right now. They bought his platform when they signed him so they can use him to push whatever agenda they want. That's what they always do. When they see a person getting too big, they come and buy them out. They do this with everything, even food brands. Many health food brands start clean and gain a large customer base on their own. When the big food companies see this, they swoop in and buy them out. They know most people can't refuse big money, and after they buy them out, They change the ingredients and make it just as poisonous as everything else. This is because they don't want people to have access to this kind of food. They want to control what the people eat. They use the same technique to control everything. They don't want people they don't control with too much influence. That's why they make sure to sign these people before they get too big. In 2023, they officially signed Kai right when he was reaching a decent size. They took him and amplified them, but only so they can control his influence. That's why he disappeared for months and came back acting like an emotionless robot, looking like they reprogrammed him while he was gone. I'm gonna tell you now, get ready for more and more agendas being pushed from his platform. It's only gonna get worse and worse. Don't be surprised if Kai shows up in a dress pushing the Lil Nas X agenda in the next few years. Sadly, most people can't understand how the system works, or they refuse to see it. These idols are created, we don't pick them. That's the case with Kai Cenat. What's truly sad is that Kai didn't have to sell out. He could have just stayed independent and still had a successful career, but he wanted more and he wanted to be the biggest, so he sold out and now he's just another puppet of the machine. This is why I always warn you never to sell out. This is why I always tell you guys that every day we wake up, our souls are at stake, and we must remember to help those who can't see the truth find the truth. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys
again. Kai doesn't have a choice at this point. It's already over for him. It's already over for him. And I didn't realize we were here for 3.5 hours. I know it's 3 o'clock in the morning for some of y'all. It's 2 in the a.m. for me. And I got to work tomorrow. So I will be back tomorrow. I promise that. I will be back tomorrow for another one before Christmas. But I'm going to skim through more of the Epstein files for y'all, just in case I do find something, because I know they are adding stuff day by day. I know they add stuff day by day. But this was absolutely fun tonight. This was an amazing night. We got to do an AI battle. We had a Michael Jackson versus Prince battle, AI cover battle. Except for that last one, I don't know what that was. But yeah, we went over about 2 hours of the Epstein files looking at pictures, right? Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to the brother DJ Beard Gang, my brother, Mafia Princess. Shout out to the homie D. Shout out to Scar Child, Swayze. I appreciate y'all. Straight from DC. I love y'all. And I'm going to get up on out of here. And leave out the same way that I came on in. I'm going to leave out the same way I came on in. If I can. Oh. All right. As I always say, fact is never fiction. Keep your third eye open and your motherfucking head on a swivel. Until tomorrow. Peace, y'all.
No New Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate covered candy hearts to give away. No first of spring, no song to sing. In fact, here's just another ordinary day. No April rain, no flowers bloom. No wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is something true. Made up of these 3 words that I must say to you. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my No summer's high, no warm July, no harvest moonlight, one tender August night, no autumn breeze, no falling leaves, not even time for birds to fly to southern skies. No Libra sun, no Halloween, no giving thanks to all the Christmas joy you bring. But what it is, the world so new, to fill your heart like no three words could ever do. I just called to say I just called to say how much I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say I just called to say I love you.
What it is you really do.
Bullshit.